Hello my friends, for today's beer review, we're going to be taking a look at Deep Ellum Brewing Company's Numb Comfort, a Barleywine styled ale. This is a beer that I've had sitting in my cellar for pretty close to a year now, and I've been just very excited to try it for a multitude of reasons. The main reason being this is the closest thing to a local beer that I'll be able to review for you guys, so far at least. This comes out of Deep Ellum, Texas, which is a district in Dallas, so Deep Ellum, Dallas, Texas. And it's a really awesome district of Dallas. It's just really, you can tell there's a lot of culture in it. It's got a lot of tattoo shops, piercing parlors, bars, so many live rock and roll, metal, and just rock venues, lots of burger joints. It's just an awesome place. And now they have their own craft brewery down there to make it even better. And I got to tour that brewery, if you remember back in my videos, and it was a pretty cool experience. And I went shopping around for some beer there, and I saw this from Deep Ellum Brewery, and so I had to have it after going on that tour. So this is their Numb Comfort, super awesome, kind of like just trippy Austin Powers-esque label artwork going on with it here. And just to read you the information on the bottle, this is an American barley wine styled ale, and it says, a barley wine, usually only wine-like in alcohol content, is all beer. In fact, they are the biggest, baddest brews in the pale ale family. Everything from the malt flavors, hop bitterness, and aroma has been turned up to 10. Our Numb Comfort is an American interpretation of the barley wine style, originally of British origin. We fill the mash to turn the top with 4 of our favorite malts, dose it with just enough hops to balance, and then let English ale yeast take it from there. But that's not all. We then age a portion in rye whiskey barrels to drive the complexity far past the wall. Now, interestingly enough, they don't actually have the ABV labeled on the bottle, which is strange, because I think, I might be wrong, but I think it's a law that you have to have your ABV written on there if it's above such a, above a certain, degree. But I looked on the official website, and it says it's between, they said somewhere between 11 to 12%, and then all of the official sources like Beer Advocate and Rate Beer and all that say it's 11.5. So, make of that what you want. For all intents and purposes, we'll just say that it's 11.5% ABV. Either way, it's a monster of a beer, and I'm definitely going to be feeling it after drinking it, and so will you. I'm going to be drinking this out of a Duvel Snifter glass today. As you guys know, this is my favorite glass to drink and assess beers out of, because it's just awesome. Everything about this glass is just awesome, so I suggest you guys really pick one up. But anyway, let's get the cap off of here. There's nothing on the cap, so I'm not going to worry about taking this one off carefully or anything like that. Well, do I have a solid gold cap up there? Whatever. Wow, I can already smell it from here. That's crazy. That is pungent. Not in a bad way, it's just very strong. Straight out, it pours a nice, looks like copper caramel color. I'm going to pour this down the center here. Easily enough left there for another glass and probably to top it off too. Now that looks awesome. This formed a nice 1.5 fingers, maybe even 2 fingers of medium tan head. In the light, it is very dark and murky. The color, I would call it extremely dark mahogany ruby is what I would call that, definitely. As you guys can see, it's not quite pitch black, it's just very dark red. As far as the smell goes, I'm excited for this because I can smell it from here. It's very strong. Wow, that actually smells like one of the strongest IPAs I've ever smelled. There is tons of sweet hops, caramel. I'm actually picking up on a fair bit of the kind of whiskey bourbon rye notes. Oranges, apricots. Lots of orange, like almost orange juice, very sweet orange. Grapefruit, papaya, mangoes. But there's also a lot of malt in the on the backbone of the aroma also. As with most barley wines, this is kind of all over the place with its smell. It's got just lots and lots of fresh, bright, upfront, sweet fruits like peaches, oranges, mangoes, stuff like that. Stuff you'd expect from like a really strong double, imperial, triple IPA. But then it's also got some stuff to let you know there's a little more going on here, like bourbon, malt, caramel. Man, the more I nose this, the more smells open up. This is probably just close to perfect temperature. It's just slightly chilled. You really want to try to drink these as close to room temperature as you like them to be. I like to have just a slight chill on my barley wine. I mean, just a little bit. Wow, there's so many more smells that are starting to develop from this. It smells like straight up peach now. That is so crazy. It smells identical to something else. I'm trying to put my finger on it. It smells like, I don't know if you've ever had those Jumex juices that come in the can with a little silver foil that you rip off, but it smells identical to like a peach nectar Jumex. That is crazy, amazing smelling. So let's give it a taste and see what Numb Comfort is all about. That's pretty good. Tons of sweet peach, alcohol, bittering hops. The rye whiskey actually makes its presence known as well. Super creamy, almost like lubricated, like it goes down so smooth. I mean, it's so creamy, it's almost like oily. That's fantastic. And even for all that sweet peach fruitiness up front, it's got a nice grapefruit hop bitterness to kind of kick you in the mouth at the end and balance out that sweetness. Oh man, I could drink this all day. This is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic beer. Okay, I'm going to try to go over the flavor development with you here. Sweet peach and mango nectar fades into things like sweet vanilla, caramel, bourbon, and then that ends on both a hoppy and malty, kind of mixture of the two, but mostly hoppy, bitter ending on the beer to balance out that initial upfront sweetness. It's fantastic. This is great. I would love to be able to drink this every single day. It is so good. So anyway, as far as a rating goes, he gets a 10. It's fantastic. This is probably one of the best barley wines that I have ever drank. It definitely gives Sierra Nevada's Bigfoot a run for its money. I would be willing to bet this is actually slightly better because of two reasons. All the flavors and stuff are great, and they match that Sierra Nevada Bigfoot pretty closely. But the two things that push this over, I think, I could be wrong, but I think I gave the Sierra Nevada Bigfoot like a high 9, like a 9.9, 9.8. And the two things that push this over to a 10 for me are the fact that I can actually tell it's been rye whiskey barrel aged. I'm getting a little bit of that warmth, lots of heat, and just that nice oaky, woody vanilla kind of bourbony taste. And the second thing is the mouthfeel. I don't know what they've done for the mouthfeel, but I mean, it's not like a nitro beer either. It's not that creamy. It's almost like oily. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like it is definitely creamy. It's definitely full body, but when you swallow it, it's as if it doesn't cling on to your throat at all. It just goes right down. Like it's like it's a lubricated mouthfeel or something. I don't know how to explain it, but I mean, when somebody says, "Man, this goes down smooth and easy," this does. Uh, I'm so glad I have half a bottle left. Anyway, that has been Deep Ellum Brewing Company's Numb Comfort. If you're a fan of barley wines, or actually if you like IPAs that are out of the ordinary, you're really going to enjoy this beer. I recommend it to you with the utmost seriousness. You need to try this if you're a fan of the barley wine style or really strong kind of IPA styled beers, because you won't regret it. It is fantastic. 10 out of 10. If you're around the area and you can get it, because I don't think they're shipping too far away from home. I know when I go back to Dallas, I'm going to pick up a couple of these and throw them in the cellar and let them sit there for a while. Like I said, this one's been sitting for about a year now or so. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the review as always, and stay tuned for the next one.